Hey folks, welcome back. Glad you're here. We got some rain, folks. We got about a ½ inch. It was supposed to rain more than that, but I'll take a ½ inch. I'll still have to water probably tomorrow, but tomorrow is the day the roosters go bye-bye. At least 2 of them. So I've been gone since about 3 this morning. And on the way back, I stopped and got some grain and stopped into a different store than I usually stop into. This one was a Hannaford, only because I was given a $10 gift certificate to that store, I don't know, about a month back, for going just a little bit above and beyond my work. So that was really nice, very thoughtful. So I stopped into Hannaford and I'm like, well, I don't know what $10 is going to buy these days. So I just started walking around, knowing that I was going to do some birds in tomorrow. I knew I wanted to fill the canner up. So I got some KM red hot dogs, and they were $13.99. They jumped to $15.99, but they had a sale of $5 off, so you know, $3 off overall isn't bad. And I stopped at the cannon jars, folks, just out of curiosity what the prices are. Folks, it's ridiculous. I couldn't believe the price. I really, yeah, I still have my glasses on. I put my glasses on and looked at the price again for wide mouth quarts, and then I looked at the price for wide mouth pints, regular mouth pints, and half pint, right? So I'll post those pictures. I was in sticker shock, folks. I was in sticker shock. They have literally doubled in 2 years. So good thing I didn't eat any, right? So I went back to the meat section just to check, see if there's any deals going on, and I can tell you, folks, the price of the corned beef, the flat cut, again, I was in sticker shock. And the lady beside me, I don't know what I said, I don't even know if it was appropriate, but she said, what's the price on that? And I just picked it up and showed her, and she goes, you don't want that, do you? And I said, no ma'am, I don't. So, and I'll put a picture of that as well. So prices are going up. $10 doesn't get you much, but it did buy me for $10.99. I threw a few cents, well, I threw another $1 into it and got 2.5 pounds of red hot dogs. That's good. Red hot dogs can very, very nicely. The only problem is it takes quite a few to, well, not quite a few. I can't remember if it was 6 or 8 that I can fit in a wide mouth pint, or it could have been a wide mouth quart. I'm not sure. I've done it both ways. And it was either 6 or 8. Now that's a lot of hot dog for me. So if I open up a jar, I'm going to have to eat 6 or, friggin' mosquitoes, 6 or 8 hot dogs within the next few days, right? So, and they will fit in a pint jar, but you're going to have to cut about 1.5 inches, 2 inches off from one end of a hot dog to get the 1-inch headspace, right? So those odds and ends I just put into another jar and I open up when I have beans or something, right? It works. So I should have a full canner tomorrow. I still have some bratwurst sausage that I got on sale. 2 packages for $5. That was a good deal. I'll throw some cayenne or red pepper flakes or both in with those jars because I like a little spicy sausage. So, and I think I can get 2 in a jar, 3 in a jar. We'll see. So mosquitoes were out, and I just got home, and first thing I did was check on my birds, and then I wanted to check on my garden because I was awful excited about some rain. So I didn't even stop and put fly dope on or grab that what is it, Thermacell. When I'm only going to go out in the garden for a little bit, and I don't want to get all fly dopey, I'll use that Thermacell. It works very, very well. If you forget it, then it doesn't, obviously, right? If I'm going to be outside for an extended period of time, I'll just spray myself with regular fly dope, right? So, yeah, sticker shock, folks, sticker shock. If I already didn't have my jars, now I could have done in enough birds to fill a canner, but I'd like to have some variety, and if they had stuff on sale, then I was going to get that, right? So the part 1 and part 2 of Bigfoot in Maine that I posted a couple of days ago, I really expected to get laughed at. I really expected a lot of thumbs down. I honestly expected people to leave my channel because you either believe in it or you don't. And to hear someone standing there talking about Bigfoot, well, some people like it. Some people just say, "Oh, well, that's a bunch of BS," right? And don't even bother considering that maybe they don't know everything, right? But no one left my channel. No one laughed. There was a lot of positive feedback. Thank you very much. And that was a true story, folks. It really was a true story. So it has sparked, 35 years later, it has sparked my curiosity, I'm telling you. But somebody suggested that I go back and film that area. That was 35 years ago, and where I live now, it's a hell of a long drive. And with the gas prices the way they are, me working part-time, I just out of curiosity, I can't see driving all the way over there. And that'll take a day over and back, and if I go in through the woods and walk where I did, it would take an entire day just walking. And then there's the travel time, and that takes time away from my obligations here, right? So it would be nice to go back, but I haven't been back in over 30 years, folks. I have heard that it has changed a considerable amount. I heard there's even hiking trails in there. So it's not going to be the same. It's not going to look the same. I'm sure that chopping is all grown up and has been for years. Maybe it's even been recut again by now. I just don't know. So it'd be awfully nice to do that, but I can't see spending the time and the money to go do that now. I just can't. Not from this location, because it's a long ways away from here. So people are. I'm just gonna say where I was. While I was at the Hannaford, I was coming home the back way, and I was still in Orono on one of the back streets, folks. And there was this truck parked right in the middle of the road, and it kept going forward, and it kept putting its reverse lights on, backup lights on, and jigging around in the road. I couldn't get by. One, if I even tried, I didn't know which way he was gonna jut next, right? And there was this woman in a car parked on the side of the street by the curb, and I could hear her. I couldn't hear him, but I could hear her while I was waiting for him to do whatever he was going to do. So he finally realized that there was a vehicle waiting to come by him, and I was waiting on the other end to go by him. So he realized that he was holding up traffic. Well, there's only 2 cars, but holding up traffic nonetheless. And so he pulled off. His ass end of his pickup was still in the road, but we could get by, and he had parked it. Well, this woman, she looked like she was half strung out, folks. She was probably 85 pounds, her eyes sunken in, her cheeks sunken in, and she had sores all over her face. So I don't know. I don't know, folks. I can't assume, but it looks like someone that's been doing meth for quite a while. Well, she jumped out of that vehicle and she was screaming and screaming, and he was still in his vehicle, and she was putting the old fist right to his face. And I just kept on going, folks. I weren't going to get involved in that. In the car that was coming toward me, trying to get by, he got out, and I could hear the woman in the passenger seat, "Get back in here, get back in here, don't get involved." Well, he got about halfway to where that woman was punching him, and he figured that, yeah, he that woman was right, and he turned right around, got right back in the car, and they didn't even go by. They just turned around in another driveway and went the other direction. So, a little bit scary, folks, a little bit scary. You know, one of the most dangerous parts of a police officer, so I've been told, is responding to a domestic situation, because everybody's so heated, right? And they're not thinking clearly, and they're not being rational at all, and they become very dangerous because their emotions are getting the best of them. And if we let our emotions get out of control, we don't think rationally, and we do some stupid things too, right? Probably. So that was a little nerving, and I'm glad I kept going. You know, if he was getting hurt, he could drive off, right? That's how I looked at it. But he sat right there and took the punches, and he was getting hit, folks. He was getting hit right in the face with the fist. So those times, I'm just glad I live in the woods. I'm glad I live in the woods. I'll deal with the bear and the bobcat and the fisher and whatever else there is here. I'll deal, and the owls. I'll deal with all them before I would a human. You know, pretty much animals are pretty, I don't know what you call that, predictable, right? You don't corner it and it won't lash out usually, right? You don't get between babies and a mama, right? You just don't do that stuff. So animals are pretty predictable. Humans are not, folks. They are not, especially if they are strung out on a drug, right? And it's a domestic situation. No, we don't want to get involved in that. So, anyway, so there's an update. The bird's nest on top of the birdhouse by my hops, that is a robin. And as of yesterday, she's got one egg in there. And I'm not sure if I see her leave the nest, I will sneak over there and see if I can't get a picture. And because I think it's about one egg in there, I think, if I were to guess, because she built the base on the roof of the birdhouse in one day. The next day she built the nest, and give her a day or two to get settled in and to lay an egg. That's why I'm figuring only one egg. I could be wrong, but I'm trying to stay away from that area, just to keep Mama relaxed a little bit. So thank you for coming back. If you like anything for what I have to say, you can like, or you can subscribe, or like and subscribe. If you know of anybody that would like this channel, you can share this channel, get the word out, and we'll go from there. All right? I'd appreciate it. I'd appreciate more subscribers. But it is what it is, right? Maybe I have to have better material. I don't know. But it is what it is, and I'm not going to be somebody I'm not. So, there it is. Thank you for coming back. Bye-bye.